What's the latest with regards to this morning?
Yes, the fire has been contained. We are now also finishing up mopping up operations. The fire was in a cliff, so it's a bit in some areas it's not very accessible. So now we are mopping up because when a fire of that nature occurs, uh, there's an uh, there's a chance that there may be flare-ups in some areas. So firefighters would be there to extinguish any flare-ups that may take place, even though the fire is contained. But we are concerned that there may be some flare-ups. So that's what we are busy with now. And yeah, but the fire is contained.
All right, for someone who's trying to picture this scene, firstly, what did it take for firefighting crews to contain this fire? And secondly, how close is it to any sort of residential areas or tourist attractions?
The fire was not close to residential areas. It affected some of the hiking trails, the contour path, the Platte Cliff Gorge that hikers like to use. So none of there were no residential areas, in that vicinity. However, you do have people that are hiking, or people that are vagrants that might be living in the mountain. So we have to be mindful and careful that we evacuate people, make sure that they are not affected by the fire, because we wouldn't want to have any deaths. So that is part of uh, the considerations that we have to take when we extinguish a fire of this nature. But
Right.
sorry, what was your first question? Or, what does it take? Um,
Yeah.
we have crews of firefighters on standby, because we know that this part of the Western Cape, this is the Fynbos ecology. The Fynbos ecology thrives on fire. It needs fire to renew itself. The only challenge that we have is that this is not just in the wild somewhere where there are no people, there's no residences. The fire would be close to urban areas. And as you were saying, there might be, you might have some residential, areas being affected. You might have houses being affected. So when we are operating in a kind of ecology that we have, we just have to be careful that we don't have houses being affected in that way. But fires will or may occur, and there are various reasons why we may have fires. They might be natural. It could be lightning. It could be just in extreme heat. Oils might just spill onto some dry shrub and they ignite. It might be people, church groups that come and light some fires and candles, and they leave them without extinguishing them. And you must also realize that the area can be quite windy. The wind can pick up at any time. So if you leave a candle that you have not extinguished, and the wind picks up, there will be a fire. You'll spark a fire. So those are the kind of things that we have to deal with on a regular basis. Uh, what are the causes of fire? How do we make sure that the fires are controlled, that they don't affect residential areas? So in this instance, we had our firefighting crew that was on standby. When we realized that there's a fire, they came through and attempted to extinguish it. We also had some helicopters, a Black Hawk, and others to assist with containment of the fire. So it is quite an exercise to contain fires around Table Mountain National Park.
Mm. And is Sun Parks and other authorities, are you guys equipped to deal with any fires that may break out?
Yes, certainly. We are equipped. We work with the City of Cape Town Fire Department. We work with a number of other organizations that also assist us. And I mean, if the fire is that big, we may also ask other municipalities, neighboring municipalities to assist as well. So we assess the kind of fire that we are dealing with, but we collaborate with a lot of other agencies to bring the fires down.
Mm. And just finally, how can the public play their role to ensure that they're not aggravating the situation?
Yes, that's very important because we do need the public to realize that if you are living in the vicinity of a national park, or if you are a visitor to our national parks, be mindful that fires can be sparked very easily. So don't be, bringing candles and lighting up candles. Your cigarettes, just extinguish them properly. And with the festive, with the New Year's Eve coming up, don't be setting off fireworks in the vicinity of the national park or inside. And please just work with us to make sure that we keep we don't have any fires being set off around the national park, because to extinguish that fire is quite an exercise and a costly exercise at that.
And of course, there are consequences. I understand in this latest incident, two people were arrested, correct?
Yes, we have arrested two suspects that are suspected of starting the fire. So they have been charged with arson, and I think they are appearing today at the Cape Town Magistrates Court, and the law will take its course.
All right, Charles Pashlani, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you. You're welcome.
That was Charles Pashlani, the Senior Communications Manager at Sandparks, speaking to us about the situation on Table Mountain where a fire broke out on Sunday afternoon that has been contained. Two people have been arrested, and he just shared the details with us regarding that a few moments ago. Visitors were also urged to avoid the area and not proceed beyond the upper cable station until further notice. That was another Sandparks spokesperson earlier on. And we also know that the Platte Klip Gorge path was closed to the public for a while in the interests of safety. Charles also cautioning the public as what to do and what not to do when visiting national parks, especially considering the environment and how easy it is for these incidents to occur if proper caution is not taken. And of course, many people enjoying parks at this time of the year, people taking their families and going out. Obviously, it's still important to be cautious when doing so. We'll take a break right now. When we come back, we'll continue. Stay with us.